Hey y'all, it's Amanda, and today's video is the follow-up video to my tour at North Haven Gardens a few days ago. I ended up picking up several plants that I'm going to be working into this back portion of my garden. Now, where you see all this grass, the goal eventually is for all of this to be a garden. In the past, I've kind of been like, oh, I have to prep all of this before I plant something. But it just hit me at North Haven Gardens. I don't have to wait until all of this area is perfect. I can plant whenever I want. So I'm going to start by just fixing up a few things around here. This trellis is leaning to the side with this clematis, so I'm going to go ahead and secure it up. Okay, like I said, this portion of the garden is literally just lawn, and this entire backyard was nothing but grass, not one tree back here when I moved in 8 years ago. And I was at North Haven Gardens, and it just hit me that I was just like, I don't need to wait. And I saw a Kiss Me Kate climbing rose, and I knew that that was going to be my starting point. And literally, I've been looking at this area for 8 years, y'all. And it took that long for me to be like, oh, this is what I want. This is what I'll start with. So I'm going to start by digging a hole for this Kiss Me Kate climbing rose with the hopes that it will climb up on the trellis above it. I am going to amend the soil with some compost, and I think that'll work great. This area stays pretty moist, so I'm not really worried about running any kind of drip irrigation to it yet, but it is something that I'll probably have to look into prior to the summer. Kiss Me Kate Climbing Rose produces large, soft, pink, fully double blooms with a strong, fruity fragrance often described as citrus and apple. It grows about 6 to 10 feet tall and 3 to 4 feet wide, making it perfect for trellises, arbors, and fences. This vigorous climber thrives in full sun with well-draining soil and blooms repeatedly from summer through fall. Hardy in zones 5 through 9, it's also known for excellent disease resistance and strong cut flowers. Now, I really am using the climbing rose as kind of a base or structured portion in the back. I love climbing roses, so I feel like this is a great start for me. But I want to add in some additional plants, and I saw these salvias at North Haven's, and then I fell in love with one other shrub rose. And so you can see me that I'm just kind of laying them out and looking at it here. And I do stand here for a while and contemplate my thoughts on it. But in the end, I just decided, let's just get them in the ground. these can be moved if I ever want to move them. So I think it's just worth it for me to just get over it, put stuff in the ground, and if I don't like it there, I can move it in the future. No big deal. So I'm going to go ahead and add in these salvia and this additional rose, which I'll tell you all about. And I am amending them again with compost. Purple and bloom salvia produces rich purple tubular flowers with dark calyxes on tall, upright spikes, creating a bold, dramatic look. It grows about 40 to 48 inches tall and wide and thrives in full sun to part shade with well-draining soil. This heat and drought-tolerant plant blooms from spring through fall and attracts hummingbirds, bees, and butterflies. Now you're probably wondering what my plan is for the grass. I wonder that the same. No, I'm just kidding. I will come in here at a later point. I'm not going to do it today. I will lay in cardboard around these plants, several layers of cardboard, and top with a good 4+ inches of mulch, and that should do the job. I could also, in addition, lay down some landscape fabric here, but I'm not going to do that amongst these plants I've already planted. There is a really good chance this year that I am going to lay down cardboard, then landscape fabric, and then mulch on top of a lot of this grass, and just in a way to be able to kill it off. I also wanted to show y'all a few more things going on in my garden, so enjoy. Now, I'm also going to put in an additional rose called Always Dream, and this is more of a low cascading shrub type of rose, which should take up a good amount of space as it grows. And I'm hoping that it grows kind of just very wild, would be my hope. And I think it should grow low enough that you would still be able to see the salvia in the background. I had to cut it out of the pot. It had been in there so long, I guess. I don't know. And then I am going to go ahead and get it planted and amend it with compost as well. And I really think that this is going to create some really beautiful interest in this space. Always Dream is a shrub rose with soft pink semi-double blooms that open to wide, bright, golden centers. It grows about 4 to 5 feet tall and wide with a relaxed, slightly cascading habit that works well in beds or large containers. This variety blooms repeatedly through the season and has a light fragrance. Hardy in zones 5 through 11, it thrives in full sun with well-draining soil and is known for being reliable and easy to grow. Okay, in this trough, which is immediately to the left of the Kiss Me Kate climbing rose that I just planted, I have a couple of moonshine yarrow that I'm going to pull out and transplant. And then I'm going to fill this bin back up, amend it. It has not had more soil added in probably 4 years. So it's time, it's settled quite a bit. So I'm going to do that, clean it all up. I have drip irrigation running to this, and then I'm going to fill it with some really fun annuals for the summer.
Las Vegas mix.
Las Vegas mixed Gomphrena, also known as globe amaranth, produces bright clover-like blooms in shades of pink, purple, and white on upright stems that hold their color even when dried. It grows about 16 to 24 inches tall, sometimes a little bit taller and wider, and thrives in full sun with well-draining soil. This heat and drought-tolerant annual blooms all summer and attracts pollinators, making it perfect for cutting and drying. Torch Minty Ice Lavender has soft, silvery, fern-like foliage and unique lavender bloom flower spikes with a cool, minty fragrance. It grows about 20 to 30 inches tall and thrives in full sun with very well-draining soil. This fast-growing lavender blooms from early summer into fall and is drought-tolerant once established. Hardy in zones 7 through 10, it can also be grown as an annual in cooler climates. Okay, and to wrap up the plants that I purchased at North Haven Gardens, I also purchased some of this beautiful purslane that I thought was just absolutely beautiful. And I've already got some little seedlings that are climbing petunias in these containers, but I'm also going to put in some of the purslane that will eventually take over all the petunias during the summer. I also just really love this bright, beautiful, bold color, so I'm really excited to get them in here. Pizzazz Nano Mango and Purple Purslane produce bright mango orange blooms or bright purple blooms on a compact, semi-trailing plant with succulent foliage. It grows about 6 to 8 inches tall and spreads 12 to 14 inches, making it perfect for containers, edging, or ground cover. It thrives in full sun with very well-draining soil and is extremely heat and drought tolerant, blooming continuously through summer. Typically grown as an annual in most climates, it's low maintenance and attracts pollinators while requiring little to no deadheading. Alright, I hope you all have enjoyed today's video. I really love the idea of shopping at the nursery and then coming and creating a video with all the plants I purchased from the nursery so that you could immediately see how I was going to utilize them. Every single plant had a place and a purpose. I didn't buy anything willy-nilly, which works better for me. Buying things willy-nilly just means that they're going to end up not getting planted. All right, you all, as always, she's a mad gardener or a decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.